Hello beautiful people and welcome back to Everyday May. If you're new here, hi, my name's Cole. Excuse me. My name is Cole and I love fun, colourful makeup. So if you are a colourful makeup lover, then join us. We're pretty damn great. Magpie. It's pretty great over here. Today I thought I would do a least favourite and most favourite shades in 10 random palettes. This was actually inspired by Sarah from Already Shopped It and Makeup by Linz. They did a collab a couple of weeks ago. Probably when you're seeing this, it's going to have been a couple of weeks ago, where they did this video and I was like, oh, I need to do that. So I had Sam pick me 10 random palettes. And today we're going to talk about which ones are my favourite and which ones are my least favourite shades. So the first palette we've got is this one. This is the Odens Eye and Angelica Little Ghost palette. That's what she looks like on the outside. This is a beautiful palette, but I do definitely have a very easy least favourite in this one. This is the shade Skeleton, and this is my least favourite because basically on my eyelids it's just non-existent. I'm too pale, it just kind of blends into my skin. Like you'll see in the swatch there, it just gives nothing. Let me give my hand a wipe. Bear with me. Still got the remnants of my palette bingo swatches. So yeah, this is Skeleton. It's just, I mean, you can barely even see it on my hand. It's just like a non-existent shade. And then my favourite in this one is probably Boo. I think Banana Taffy does come very close, but Boo is just a really pretty, iridescent, gorgeous shade. It's really gorgeous all over the lid on its own. It's beautiful with other things. I really, really, really like that one. But like I said, the yellow comes close. It's just not the best yellow I've ever tried. Okay, next up we have Cosmic Brushes Serenity. And this is what she looks like. Least favourite shade in here for me is Forest. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a very, very dark green, but there's also a black in here and I do tend to reach for the black over this shade. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful shade. It's just the one I get the least use out of in the palette. And then my favourite has to be this one. This is Ether. It's a beautiful purpley to kind of taupey colour shift. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that shade. I know Millie is trying to pan this. This is her pan this palette for the year. And she's also obsessed with Ether. It's just gorgeous. Should I have put that one on the bottom of the pile because now my hand's a bit green, potentially. Next up, we've got Icy Nude from Huda. And this is what she looks like inside. For my least favourite shade in this one, we have Bling, which is a pressed glitter. If I'm going to use glitter, I would rather use it in like liquid form or pressed pigment, or pigment form, sorry, rather than pressed pigment form. There's nothing wrong with this. It's pretty. It's a very pretty glitter, but it's just not the kind of way I prefer to use it. And then for me, it has to be Diamond Dew for my favourite shade. This is metallic, beautiful, just incredible metallic shade. So stunning. I love the Huda Beauty eyeshadow formula in these big palettes. I never love the smaller ones, but these kind of palettes I absolutely adore. Okay, Boujee Boudoir from Kaima Cosmetics. I do believe they've actually redesigned the packaging for this one. This is what she looks like. For my least favourite shade, it's going to be Boujee, just because it is just a bit boring. It's just a peach. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Beautiful quality. Still a useful shade to have. It's just not my favourite shade in the palette. And then this was kind of difficult. I was very much tossed up between Fame, which is a gorgeous blue, but this one won out in the end. This is Radiant, which is the most beautiful, like pearly to pink to silver, reflective, stunning shade. To be honest with this one, I could have picked any of the sparkly shades. They are so gorgeous. Okay, we have picked all sparkles so far for my favourite shades, but I do promise there is a matte coming. This is the Beauty Bay Tropical 16 pan, and my favourite out of this one by far is this shade here called Nectar. I love a corally matte, and this one is just beautiful. Again, the yellow came very, very close with this one as well. I do love a yellow. And then my least favourite shade, just because I'm not a dark shimmer fan, this is Paradise. I'm probably almost never going to use that one, especially because there's no kind of black or very, very deep kind of burgundy in here. This is kind of the deepest shade, and it's still not quite deep enough to sort of pair with that one. So it's a lovely, lovely shimmer, very good quality. I'm just not a dark shimmer person. Much, much prefer a lighter shimmer. Okay, next up we have Natasha, Denona, Roxa. And for my least favourite from this one, it's a pretty easy one. This is Bolt. A beautiful shade, but for me personally, I don't like marbled shades because they look different every time. It's absolutely beautiful, but sometimes it's not as dark as this, sometimes it's darker than this. I just don't like the kind of inconsistency with it. And for my favourite shade, we're back to our shimmers again. This is Flutter, which is like a very sparkly kind of sheer topper. This works beautifully just like pressed over one of the kind of lighter lilacs in here, or on the lid with like a full kind of blown out smoky look. Okay, next up we have Planet Spirit from Odens Eye and Batty Bean. Very confusing. This is what she looks like. She is beautiful. My favourite shade out of this one is Rescue, which is just an incredible matte pink. I love that shade so much. And my least favourite, again for the same reason as the Tropical palette, is going to be the shade Animalia. Again, it's just too dark for anything in this palette. If there was like a black or again something very, very deep kind of plummy purple or whatever, I could probably work with this one, but to be honest, I never use it, because if I do ever reach for this palette, it's always for something kind of light and bright and fun, not something a bit kind of deeper. And the orange shade that it's sort of paired with is just not deep enough to do anything with it with that shimmer. Okay, next up we have Artitude Cosmetics Vintage Neutrals. This is what she looks like. My least favourite shade in this one is the shade Muted. Again, same as the Kaima one, nothing wrong with the shade. It's just boring. It's just the same colour as my skin. It's not exciting me at all. And then my most favourite from this one is Glamour. This is the chunkiest, most stunning duochrome reflective. I mean, look at that. How could I not say that one is my favourite? It's just glorious. Messy, yes, but glorious. Okay, second to last we have this one. This is Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams. This is what she looks like. My favourite shade in here, it's just such a good shade, is the shade Magic Mint. I love a mint. Love, 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 love a mint. And this one is just so pretty. And then my least favourite in this one is the shade Rise and Shine. All the other shimmers in here have a bit of like a reflect or something exciting. This is just like a plain, very yellow, very golden kind of yellow, sorry. I don't love a golden yellow. I prefer things that are a little bit more burnt. And I think for me, it doesn't quite kind of match up to the lemon shade. It's just a little bit too golden, whereas it needed some more of these kind of grungy tones, if you ask me. So that one's definitely my least favourite. The other 5 shimmers in here are just a bit creamier and they've got a bit more kind of je ne sais quoi to them as such. Okay, and then the final palette Sam picked at random was this one. This is the Melt Amor Mariposa palette. This is what she looks like. Favourite shade, can you tell I've got a type, is this one here. This is Abuelita. Just, oh, this shade is glorious. And then my least favourite shade is this one here called Mesquite. The formula of this, absolutely beautiful. I just don't really ever wear bronzes, especially one kind of so intense. There's quite a few darker shimmers in here, but I do prefer the green and the kind of reddy orange shimmer that we have. I'm just not a big copper person at all. And although it's a stunning formula, I mean, you can see how creamy it is on my finger. That's just the finger that I picked it up on and swatched it on. But it's just, it's okay. I just don't love it. So that is it for today's video. I'd love to know if you have done one of these. I absolutely love seeing what people's favourite shades are in palettes. I will link both Makeup by Linz and Sarah in the description box. Thanks so much, girlies, for inspiring me. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous, I've been Cole the Bull, and I'll see you next time. Bye!